In every crisis, there are winners and losers. And of course, there are a lot of losers in this COVID-19 disruption at the moment. In fact, a lot of industries are in real crisis. My industry is in that as well. I spent a lot of my life traveling around the world. That's gone now. Passenger travel's out the window for a number of months, maybe even years at the moment. I travel around to speak at conferences and events. Those have gone. It's going to be a long time before any of us gather together in big buildings and sit in chairs and listen to conference, because we're not going to go to concerts and events or anything like that. So that's gone. And then I spend time at business schools and leadership development programs with small groups of senior leaders, helping them to think through disruption, the future, and the changing world around them. The content is still important, but actually sitting in a room at a school somewhere, well, that's gone as well. So pretty much everything I do for a living is a loser right now. But they're winners too. There are going to be a lot of winners. The winners hopefully will emerge from some creativity that is coming out of this disruption. Some of the creativity is coming through our online platforms now. So Zoom probably has been the biggest early winner. There's a really great little story to tell here. There are 2 different Zooms on the New York Stock Exchange. 2 companies with the name Zoom or stock tickers listed with the name Zoom. And the one that actually runs the Zoom software that you use to do webinars was actually ignored. The other Zoom technologies, which I don't know, does something else in the tech space, their stock price soared by literally thousands of percentage points because people were buying the wrong Zoom stock. Now, so there's some winners and losers on the stock market as well, but Zoom technology is definitely one of the early winners. They had an early blip because they had tried to make their software so easy to use that it was also fairly hackable and had security issues. So what did Zoom do? They didn't just sit back and say, oh, well, they actually hired extra people. They got security experts in. They fixed the problem. Zoom has literally been updating their software sort of twice a week over the last few weeks, and people are feeling a lot more confident in using it. There are going to be some people who had planned to do technology disruptions in different industries, to disrupt the education sector with technology, to disrupt the tourism sector with technology. There's another winner. The Kruger National Park in South Africa, my home country, is doing live, real-time safari drives every morning and evening. And they're putting it up online. Now, in a year or two's time, when people have got used to going on a safari drive once or twice a week in the beautiful Kruger Park, if they start monetizing that, if they start charging $5 a trip, $5 a trip, a lot of people will pay that. And they might have made a massive new revenue stream for themselves that, in all honesty, some of their game rangers were already thinking about. They already had cameras up in the Kruger Park, and some of the private resorts around the Kruger Park were already starting to monetize digital content. So all of the people who were involved in digital disruption before COVID-19, they still have got a bright future ahead of them. In some countries, like my home country, South Africa, we haven't really got into online shopping and home deliveries yet. There have been a few false starts. They are going crazy right now. And we are going to kickstart that whole thing. We don't have Amazon warehouses in South Africa, for example. We've got a use case now, and we've got 52 million people in the country who all have suddenly got used to online deliveries. I really hope Amazon looks at South Africa as their first massive African international expansion as soon as lockdown is over and they are able to. They're going to be winners that come out of this. There are going to be unexpected winners too. Psychologists, therapists, healthcare workers. This is a sad winner. We're going to need a lot of help in terms of emotional, psychological, mental recovery from what we're experiencing, whether it's the grief of seeing people die in huge numbers, whether it's the psychological difficulty of lockdown. we're going to need help. And maybe there are going to be ways of creatively dealing with the rush that we have. Maybe we can't all go and sit on a psychologist's couch for an hour every week. There's just not enough people in that space. So there's opportunity for growth in that sector. A good friend of ours is a physiotherapist. She works mainly with school children age. She does work, locum work in schools. I heard from her recently that she's gone online. And I said, how's that even possible? You're a physio that literally is manipulating people's body parts with your hands. And she said, no, what she's been able to do is to help the parents to do the actual work via Zoom. So she watches, she explains to the parents what to do, where to press, how to hold. The parents give feedback, and she's now able to do live physiotherapy where geography doesn't matter anymore. She doesn't have to travel to her clients, they don't have to travel to her. She's found a way. And I wonder if she will keep that way, at least in part, in the future, because she can do physiotherapy anywhere in the world now. And I think that this is where you need to start thinking. If geography is dead, if we don't have to go somewhere to do something, what products, what services, what value can you and your business add? That might help to unlock something. It's not everything, it's not the only question to ask, and it's not the only answer that you will get, but it's a good question. If geography is irrelevant and you don't and can't travel somewhere, what products, services, and value can you add anyway? And that can open up and unlock some really cool thoughts for you and your team as you think creatively, not just about the next few months as we're still trying to deal with waiting for a vaccine, but maybe for the next few years and decades. Opens up an avenue, a set of products and services you never even imagined. Hopefully, in you and your business, COVID might unlock more winning than losing for you. This is what we do as a team at Tomorrow Today Global. You can check out our team of disruption experts. We are experts in helping people anticipate change and think about what unlearning and creativity looks like for you, and can help you set up a real innovation in these disrupted times. Please have a look at tomorrowtodayglobal.com for more information about our services and our products, and about how we can help you right now.